Hello all, it's DBJ, and I'm going to do a series of videos about the Dungeon Master's Guide. I know many people have done reviews. Tabletop Gaming with Juice has a great review where he goes over each and every chapter and the things that he likes about it. And I'm kind of coming at this a little bit late, not as a personal review of the book, but I'm coming at this late because I wanted to go through the book. And one of the great things about this Dungeon Master's Guide for 5e is that it's packed full of artwork, packed full of chapters, and spawning so much information and so much creativity that it's kind of hard to pin down one particular thing. Also, and this isn't a criticism of the Dungeon Master's Guide anyway, but those of us that are world builders and create adventures, we kind of take a look at this book and go, well, there's nothing really new about it, but it does lend itself to, you know, when you have writer's block, essentially creator's block, there's enough tables and randomness in this thing to go, hey, you know what, I'm stuck. Oh, wait a minute, let me look on the table for governments. Let me look on the table, you know, magic items table. Let me look on the table for villains, whatever, and find something that's a spark. But what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to micro-analyze this book. I'm just going to pick little bits randomly in the book, one at a time, pick out one particular thing in a chapter, and just dwell on that. So for right now, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go to the part about coins. There we go. Got a little close up there. Hope you guys can see this. You know, my sound and video is like garbage. But anyway, those are pictures of coins, and if you can take a good look at them, guess what? There's nothing round. Okay, and there's actual emblems on the coins. Now I got to bring back the magic video. Talked about coins. There's a long thread on it. Some really great information. And how simply using coins in your game can add an extra element of suspense and storyline and adventure into the game. Okay. One of the things that I'm glad about this book is that it put things, the Dungeon Master's Guide put things in writing that many of us who started from Red Box on, from first edition on out, have been using for years, 30 plus years of game mastering and role-playing, and they've actually put this in writing. Now, 99% of this book is optional. Okay? It's optional. Hey, if maybe you want to use this. And so I would suggest that because so much of this is optional, that in your game setting, pick a town, a village, the northern area of your continent, the desert area, maybe there's a region of your world of with honor and nobility, and just pick one of those optional elements and put it in there. So anyway, let's get back to coins, right? First of all coins do not need to be round. All right? Give them some flavor. Give them a little history. Okay? Why does that coin exist? Give it a name. It suggests everything does not have to be considered a gold piece. You know, they can be double eagles, they can be dragons, here on planet Earth, we don't, across the entire world, we do not all call money dimes, a dollar, a nickel. They're called rubles and things. My brain is just going off right now. But here are again creating another thread. I may even put a link to my old video about coins. But first of all, let's talk about the value of the money. Not going to get into too much detail about this, but different communities have different value for their coinage. You don't want to get into too much higher math, but that value could be, let's say one golden coin is one gold piece in one region. In another region, they value silver. And silver in the other region is the quote unquote gold standard. There's also the social value, meaning, let's say there's a noble family, and in one region, hey, they accept that gold coinage because it is a very stable and economic value. But in this other region, although they do also have gold coins, maybe people don't want them. Maybe they were forged literally from the blood of their enemies, and political enemies dumped into molten, forges of gold as punishment, and then people spending those gold coins. So when, as an adventurer, you come in, you spill those gold coins from this enemy nation, people look at you like, what the hell are you doing? Pick that stuff up and get the hell out of my tavern. You can add some really great stories as characters go into do the classic dungeon crawl and gather coins into their portable holes and bags of holding, and then come to find out all that stuff is worthless. Not because it's not gold, but because people don't trust you. Why would you go into this ancient crypt? That was a hero of our an ancient hero. That gold is supposed to be there for as the ancient hero walks amongst the heroes and goes into the halls of Valhalla, and we all donated those coins. Why are you stealing that stuff? You can come up with great ideas just about coins. Also, I'm not going to read it out of the passage, but there are coins that click together. I believe it's in one where they have a crescent moon, and then you link another coin to it to make a full moon out of it. Maybe they link together, and that comes up with just a visual that to me is really awesome. You have this crescent moon, and then maybe you have this dark moon coin that clicks. You could have dragon coins. It's a circular dragon, and in the middle you click another coin for the dragon egg or something of that nature. You could have an evil community where you have a coin of the coins of Cthulhu, and then there are other coins that click into the eyes, and another coin that clicks into its forehead or something like that. I created coins that were just known as bars, which is something else called trade bars, where they're not necessarily coins and change that you have in your pockets, but you use them for trading. And in my world, dwarves use trade bars, and trade bars, each bar is worth 5 coins. So one gold coin would be 5 gold piece bars, and those bars click together in geometric patterns, and that's what dwarves use to spend. And they don't have a difference between gold or electrum or silver or platinum or copper. They just collect gold. They just collect 5-piece bars and exchange them randomly because they just like the metal. Anyway, the idea is to create stories around your coinage, throw in some terminology, create some names for your gold coins, whether they're known as tigers or rubles or dragons or pences or something like that. And when the PCs find their gold coins, hey, they defeat some bandits, they go into the dungeon crawl, they come out with some coins. Give it a little bit of a story. And it doesn't have to color your whole setting, especially if you have an established setting. Pick a region, the northern region, the desert region, the noble region, the region of nomads, and then have them react to the players when they throw some coins on the table. And wonder where they got them from, what it means. Are they enemies? Did they steal them? Were they given to them freely? Did they earn this? Did they get this from the monstrous region? And so on and so forth. And I think just creating flavor with coins can add another dynamic. And also, Game Master hint here, if you feel you've went down the wrong path and went, man, darn, I gave out far too many gold pieces and it's just getting out of hand now. All the players are, they've got tens of thousands of gold pieces. How the hell you're carrying that stuff without like a handy haversack or a portable hole or a bag of holding, I don't know. But this is also a way to control the economy of your game so that those 10,000 gold pieces might be worthless in another community. Whether they use bartering, whether they feel that the gold of this other nation is useless to them and they don't want to accept it, whether another nation is at war and they want to destabilize the economy of the other nation by making their gold valueless. Also, maybe the coins are used for other methods. You could have an elven community and they don't really use any of the gold or silver for coinage. They use it for magic and artwork, and all they do is want to collect it and melt it down. So you come up with different ideas, but I love the fact that the Dungeon Master's Guide has put in this little flavor just about coins. I'll try to find the page again and show you the picture at the very end for those of you that haven't seen it. Sorry about the page flip here if you can hear it. Anyway, just add in some extra flavor into the game. And like I say, you just pick a region of your world, pick a region of your, when you're stuck. Look at that. None of those coins are round. And that also, for those of you that are, and this is in a negative way, those of you that are more grognardy about it, you can list 16 different types of gold pieces on your character sheet and which nations they're from, what kind of history they hold, what their value is compared to the value in the neighboring town or village or nation or something. That in itself would be kind of complex, complicated, and a really cool way to go, wait a minute, okay, if I spend these double eagles in this one nation, they're worth 1 gold piece, but if I take them to the enemy nation, they're only worth 1 copper piece apiece because they won't accept them. But I do have a handful of Orcus gold blood pieces, and those blood pieces are worth 2 gold pieces per 1 gold piece in the first nation. You see what I'm going, okay? Right? Getting complicated. So again, Dungeon Master's Guide. Dungeon Master's Guide. It's a very, very short. There we go. Very, very short portion here. Starts on page, what page is that? Jeez. Page 19. Starts right here. And it only extends, flip 1 page, only extends down here to the bottom. That's it. But man, great story ideas. Great to throw something in there. You've got yourself a boring village that's under attack, and you're the game master, and you're like, man, I need to throw some flavor in here just to make it different. Let them use some different kind of coinage. Anyway, it's DBJ. As always, create, don't destroy. Dungeon Master's Guide. This is my little micro analysis of one particular part of a chapter. I'm going to go through the book in random, really, and just pick out other things for you guys to develop and use for your games. Thanks a lot, guys, and as always, video respond if you'd like. Add in a lot of comments, and maybe I'll add to this video series as well. Or if you guys have found something that you found in question or like in the Dungeon Master's Guide, leave a comment below, and I'll talk about it. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a good one.